Hi everyone, Annette Kessler here with a new video tutorial, and today we're making a Christmas tree gift box, which is a really cool project to make for the coming holiday. There is a link to the cutting guide with all the measurements of all the pieces that you need in the description under the video. This is what we're making. Isn't that cool? It stands on its own, and there's a little drawer that you can fill with any gift that you want. So go ahead and pre-cut all your pieces and let's get started. So first I have here the two pieces that we're going to make the outside of the box. So we need to make triangles. So we're going to mark at 2 inches and then cut diagonally from that mark to each of the corners, and that way we'll have an even triangle. And if you don't have a trimmer, you can do this with a cutting knife and a ruler, of course. This just makes things a little bit faster and easier. So I'm aligning both sides so we have one triangle, and let's do the other one. That's why it's always good to pre-cut all the pieces. And again, you have a link to all the measurements in the description under the video. You can just go ahead and click the link and download it. Then for our strip, which can be from solid color or pattern paper, we're going to score it at 6 and then score it at 1/2 inch on each side, lengthwise. And this is going to be the sides of our outer part of the box. This is going basically to be the box, and then we're going to make our drawer. So once we have that scored, we can go ahead and fold it. And it's very important to burnish your folds with a bone folder or your finger or a popsicle or some kind of a tool, popsicle stick, of course. Just fold it, and then we're going to create tabs by cutting away the corners. So just cut away the 4 corners on the outside, and then we're going to cut corners on the inside on both sides of our center score line, and these need to be in an angle, in a wide angle, like you see me do here. So now we have 4 tabs, and these are going to be the walls of the box. So let's apply glue on these tabs. And first attach the top triangle, align it with the edges, make sure it's straight. Then we can go ahead and attach the second triangle on the other side. Just apply the glue, and you can make that the side of the box from solid color like I did here, and then cover it with another paper, or you can cut it from the same pattern paper. Now let's put that aside, let it dry, and we can go ahead and start making our drawer, or the other part of the box. So again, you have all the measurements in the cutting guide that you can download from the link under the video in the description. So we're going to start by marking 1 inch from the top and 1 inch from the bottom with a pencil. So we're marking it on the short sides, 1 inch from the edge. And then we're going to make a triangle again. So we're going to bring a ruler and mark on the bottom line. We're going to mark at 1 inch and 4 3/4. And on the top we're going to make a mark on 2 7/8, which basically it's the center. So now we can draw lines from the top to the bottom and make our triangle. Now the next step is to score the lines of the triangle, but only the lines of the triangle. Don't go all the way to the top or the bottom or the sides, just along the 3 lines of the triangle. If you don't have a trimmer, you can just use a ruler and the bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder, you can use a pen that doesn't work, a stylus, or whatever tool that you can use to make a score line. Okay, so now we're going to add some more lines, and we're going to mark 1 inch from the 2 triangle lines and then make a parallel line with our pencil. So we're going to do that on both sides. This marks the edge of the walls of the drawer. So also 1 inch from the line on each of the sides. Because we're making a drawer in a triangle shape, it's a bit more complicated than making a square drawer or box. That's why all the drawing is necessary. So now we're going to cut along the outside diagonal lines and get rid of those corners that we don't need. You can do that with a craft knife as well if you don't want to use scissors. Now these cuts are very important. From the bottom, we're going to make a cut from the edge to the corner of each of the sides of the triangle in 90 degrees angle, 90 degrees to the straight line. And then we're going to cut in continuation with the diagonal line that we did with the pencil. This is on the bottom. On the top, we're going to cut one side along or in continuation with the diagonal line. The other cut is going to be in 90 degrees to the other diagonal line, like this. Now we can go ahead and fold, and then we can attach all sides of the box. And this is how we're going to do it. You're going to fold the inside tab until you reach a 90 degrees angle with the bottom of the triangle, like this. If you see that it's in an angle, it's not good. Your drawer is not going to be straight. So all 3 lines, all 3 fold lines need to make a straight 90 degrees angle, like this. So you just fill with your fingers and you fold it when it's in a 90 degrees. You eyeball it and you do the same thing on the top. Fold it when it reaches 90 degrees with the bottom of the triangle, with the base. Once you have the folds ready, you can go ahead and add glue to the inside tabs and simply attach them, and this will be your drawer. And of course I made it with a white cardstock, but you can choose whatever color that you want. You can do it with pattern cardstock as well. Okay, so now your box is ready, or your drawer. Let's make sure that it fits inside our triangle. Okay, and it will fit because I did the measuring. Okay, so you can leave the box like this if you want, but I like to add a little tree trunk on the bottom because it makes it stand easier. Also, it looks nicer this way, at least I think. So you have here your square. I remind you that you have the link under the video in the description for all the measurements of all the pieces of this project that you can download for free. So we're going to score it at 1/2 inch, 1 1/4, 2 and 2 3/4. And then we're going to turn it quarter of a turn to the left and do exactly the same thing. So score it again at 1/2 inch, 1 1/4, 2 and 2 3/4. Basically what we're creating is a little cube. So that will be our handle for the drawer and also the tree trunk that it's going to stand on. So now let's fold all those score lines that we did. And then we're going to start with making a few cuts to create our cube. Okay, so I want to just bring a pencil and show you where we are going to cut. So basically we're going to remove the corners like this in between the fold lines. So you cut the same way on all 4 corners. Basically what you're left with is a 3 by 3 square and 1 tab on each side. So this is what you're left with. And now to form our cube, we're going to cut from the edge here to the fold line and then turn it and do it in the same way on the other side and on all 4 sides. And this way we'll be able to fold it into a cube. So all these little tabs go on the inside like this, and the top tabs close the cube completely. So this is how it's going to look, a little cube. So all you need to do is just apply glue to those tabs. First apply the glue to the tabs that go on the inside. And then we can also attach the top tabs. So just add the glue on all 4 sides and all 4 tabs and assemble your cube. Just put your fingers in there, make sure it's all attached, and then add glue to the top tabs to close it. Doesn't matter the order that you close the tabs on the top, just make sure they're all glued to each other. Then add a little bit more glue to the top and attach it to the bottom of your triangle drawer, to the center. You have to align it with the center, otherwise your box will not stand. It needs even weight on all sides, like this. And basically your Christmas tree gift box is ready. You can add a little piece of cardstock to the bottom of the cube for extra surface for it to stand on if you want, but it's not necessary. And you can also cover the inside or embellish the inside. And I made another one. I hope you really like this video. You can put money, gift cards, candy, small presents inside this gift box, and it's really cool. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click on the little bell icon to be notified when I upload new videos so you won't miss anything. I hope you really like this video. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.